Why does Jordan Peterson have such a strong following of silent men? What's up, you guys? I'm excited to talk about this one today. I just had a few thoughts myself on this. You watch Jordan Peterson and all of his videos and all the things that he stands for right now, and everyone's wondering, why are men so drawn to Jordan Peterson? And I believe that he's tapped into a couple of things, and he's working actually against, without meaning to necessarily, maybe he does mean to, but he's working against what the media and what our natural world is saying to men about who they are. Right now, the messages in the media say a couple of things to men. They say that the only way that you can be masculine, on one hand, if you watch all of the action movies and everything, is to be a tough dude that says the F-bomb all the time, that doesn't take any crap from anybody, and that's the way that you show up as a man. Except for the fact that then the rest of the media says that that's toxic masculinity and that you're not a man if you show up that way. And so then what you end up seeing in the media, and just about every show, and you can go pick this, any sitcom that you look at where there's a family portrayed, look at the father. The father is portrayed as either a disconnected person who sits on the couch all day, or as a bumbling idiot that is just the kind of the butt of all the jokes because he doesn't really show up and he's not really a full participant. And I believe that men don't resonate with those messages, but they live in a world where if they were to try to stand up for themselves, they'd get put back in their place by people who are saying that it's toxic masculinity if you stand up for yourself. And so that they're expected to either be the bumbling idiot or to be silent. And what resonates with the men that are following Jordan Peterson is that Jordan Peterson's standing up for principles of true masculinity. He's saying that we should be responsible for ourselves. He's saying that we can go and we can change our own lives if we'll take responsibility for ourselves, if we'll look ourselves in the mirror and we'll change ourselves first. And I believe that men resonate with that message. We were built for purpose. We were built for battle. We were built to go to war on something that's meaningful for us. And we live in a world that tells us to sit on the sideline and to watch as everybody else moves ahead. And I believe that men are they're like the great American elk. He's been chased into the mountains and he's just trying to survive in the silent shadows somewhere because he doesn't want to get picked off or criticized, because that's what the world has been telling him for so long. Our education system our boys are not doing well in the education system right now. Part of that is because there's an expectation for boys to not be boys anymore. Boys were built to be curious and wild and to move, and now they live in a system that says to sit behind a desk and to shut up and to pay attention. It doesn't work. Our boys were built to be curious. They were built for adventure. They were built to go find a battle, to pick a healthy fight, and to be able to go and test themselves against it. And that's what's missing in our world today. And so when a guy like Jordan Peterson comes along and starts speaking these things, our men are following that message, and they go and they show up at his events and they buy his books, and the world can't understand why. And those men aren't necessarily speaking out themselves, but they're letting a man like Jordan Peterson be their voice, because those principles are true. Our world has a desperate need for healthy masculinity. Our world needs real men who know who they are, who have permission to go and to find healthy things to pursue, to be able to stand up for themselves in healthy ways, not coercive ways, not controlling ways, not toxic masculinity ways, but in real ways where they know deep down inside that they were built to provide for the ones they love. They were built to be a force for good in this world. They were built to constantly develop themselves, and that they're capable of doing that. And that's what we need in this world, is more men like that. And that's why I think you see that men are flocking in droves to people like Jordan Peterson. All right, you guys, number one, I want to know if you agree with what I just said here. Number two, if you do, I want to know what you're doing about it. Those of you who are men who have just watched this video, what is your next step to go and step into that life you were designed for, that responsibility that you need to take, the battle that you need to fight? Go and identify that, and I'd love to know what it is. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you found this to be valuable for you, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you're facing particular struggles that you need help with or roadblocks that you're running into, please submit a question. I'd be happy to answer it for you.